There's nothing more romantic than Italian food. When I was 20, I thought I was 30, but I was so far from it. When you're young, you want everything to happen now. As you mature, you can look back and see all the great things you achieved, with time and patience. Life is funny, and it is interesting how we make it as serious as possible. I don't like to play characters that are one note, and just the attractive girl in the film. I think it's so wrong to play the victim. There's too many brave women out there that just won't even tolerate it, you know? I guess there's a vulnerability in seeing a female character trying to get out of something really drastic. I'm into eating salads and fish. I've always been a big fish eater. I like fruit. I have friends that you have to force feed them the good stuff. I'm lucky I actually like it. Brussels sprouts and all that. I think wardrobe is a really important part of making a movie and developing the character. I was bitten by a brown recluse spider. It got me as I was coming out of the shower. I'd never seen that kind of spider before. I'm from Canada, and we don't get those types up there. As long as I can make an audience feel something, I don't care whether it's a good thing or bad thing. Just to feel something is important to me. I tend to stay out of the public eye a little, compared to some of my peers. I know, it was a little bit out of control, but hey, it was all fun. I don't ever want to be doing the same sort of thing. I never want to be typecast, because I have way too much to give to be to always be the hot chick in the movie. The problem with TV now is that there's so much competition that you're always on the chopping block. I think that, back in the day, there used to be a lot of horror films that kind of had a checklist of what went into making the perfect horror film, and I think now people are raising the bar in the industry, as far as the types of horror films that are being made. You know, I've never been much of a method actor. I feel like, with every project I go in extremely prepared and I like to have a good time. I think with comedy, I get very sort of critical of myself and try and do the best I can, and it doesn't come as second nature. I work at those kinds of films. It doesn't mean I can't do them. I've done two now, and I have a great time doing them, but I just find myself a little bit more neurotic. I do try and stay away from the stereotype and getting typecast. I just don't like showing everything I've got. I don't want to look like I'm trying too hard to be sexy. The celebrity body I most admire is Madonna's. She has the most incredible physique, and the woman's in her 50s. Yeah, I've gotten a few letters from prison. Celebrity or no celebrity, I think a lot of females deal with the fear of being abducted. Some of the things I've seen a lot of my female actress friends who are relatively famous receive, I've seen some hideous things. Like some really, really bad things. Like, the FBI should be contacted immediately. I go into every film not just wanting to play the hot girl in the movie. It kills me. It's hard to be scared if you don't feel for a character, because you don't care if they die or live. I don't think anything can prepare you for a crew to come in and actually film you as yourself. It's kind of frightening to think that all of a sudden people are going to know how you are and how you act on a day-to-day basis. I have lots of records, quite a collection, actually, that I stole from my mom. I have the original Thriller album and I have a really great Elton John's Greatest Hits, and I also have a Nerd album. Records sound more original. They have more edge. I'm one of those low-maintenance people, let's get it done and get going. It's not that painful to wax, but I don't have time for it, just give me the razor. I watch what I eat, obviously. I'm not a regular gym goer, but I'm conscious of it. It's amazing that for actors mostly, it's a risk to attach yourself to a film that you don't know whether or not it's going to even be made, and if you sign on, in doing so, who else is going to be in the movie with you? You're lucky enough in television to always be at it, to always be doing it. It's like you're constantly that person, always, all the time. It gets to be like clockwork. I think there's a lot of elements that go into making a really awesome horror film, and that's like putting together like a real good group of people that you love to watch them either live or die. I'm used to being someone else 10 months out of the year. I've always been against trying to make a movie like another movie. That's lame. It's already been done, so why do it again? The pressure to be pretty? I set, boundaries and goals for myself. I try not to compare myself to anyone else, because I will never be anyone else, except myself. So I try and stay true to me, and hopefully the right projects will come my way. I don't look in the mirror and think that I have flaws. I actually look in the mirror and see me. I see a lot of different characters and a lot of different things. A lot of people love to hate my character on 24. I want to be the character people love to love. I do believe that when you know better, you do better. You know what was wrong about the last relationship, and hopefully you will do better the next time. I'm a regular Canadian girl. I enjoy staying home. In the summer I've got a garden. I'm very much a homebody, a normal, family-oriented girl. But I do have this other incredible side of my life that involves acting and traveling. You can make a feature that makes millions, but only so many people see it. With a hit TV show, every week you'll have 16 million, 20 million people watching you. I don't like anything that's too confining. I'm sort of a control freak, so anything that makes me feel like I'm out of control is a bit uncomfortable. But you know how it is, sometimes it's good to live a little. I've always wanted to shave my head for a role because I've wanted to play a character who had a shaved head. I don't know what the fascination is. I really know right from wrong and apply that to my life. At home, I was the oldest of 3. My role was to be the responsible one.